Hi, this is Francisco Perez with Elegante Entertainment. Today is Wednesday, March the 2nd, 2011, and I wanted to make a quick video on the top 10 questions that I get asked as a DJ. Since recently, in the last couple of months, inquiries and calls and meetings have been pretty high, and so the number of questions that I get asked are pretty much the same over and over. So I wanted to get you these top 10 questions that I get asked, because maybe you can use them, and maybe you already have them on your list, but if you don't, then maybe you can add them. Some of these questions are really good. However, some of them are going to be not necessarily the best questions to ask, but still, if you have the time, make sure that you get through all these questions. Next video that I want to make is the top 5 questions that you should be asking your DJ. So let's go ahead and get started. And the first question that I get asked a lot is, what will you wear? And I guess I get asked this question quite a bit because of the amount of DJs out there that don't dress appropriately for your event. So you just want to ask this question just to make sure that if you're having a wedding reception or a quinceañera, that the DJ doesn't show up in shorts or blue jeans and a t-shirt. You just want to make sure that they're dressed properly. I usually wear a tuxedo to weddings and a dress suit to most quinceañeras and you know, private social events, whether it's a birthday party that's you know, that you're taking the time to do and make it really nice. So you want your DJ to just show up dressed accordingly. Number 2, what type of equipment do you use? Now, this is one of the questions that I usually, as I wrote on the blog, I try to refocus their attention from that question to a question that is going to be better suited to answer or more to give an insight to what the DJ is providing. Because if I were to start naming brands of equipment, you probably wouldn't know if it's professional or non-professional or, you know, in between. It's not really going to help you a lot. Number 3 is, are you insured? And I do get asked this question a lot, but I get it asked mainly from people whose venues require insurance, and they're just asking it because without that insurance, obviously the DJ's not going to be able to show up and perform. Number 4, this is one that kind of surprised me, and I do get asked quite a bit, is will you take requests? So I would imagine that you want a DJ that takes requests, that is able to play the music that you want to hear, and not the music that he wants to play. That way, obviously you're hiring somebody, and you want them to play the music that you want to hear at your event. So, number 5 is, do you provide a written contract? And that's a good question to ask, but also make sure that on the contract it states everything that they may have told you that they're going to provide. Make sure you have them put it in writing. Number 6, can we come to one of your events to see you? And this one, I usually do not allow people come to my event, and the biggest reason is if you, let's just say you, at your wedding reception, you have, you know, limited space, and yet I want to bring 10 people or 8 people or 4 people that you've never met just so they could see me perform. I'm pretty sure most people are not going to feel comfortable with that, having strangers at their event. So for that reason, out of respect to you, my clients, I do not allow people to come in to see me perform. Number 7 is, do you provide backup equipment? And the answer is yes, we do. But more importantly, not just having a backup equipment, but also having a backup plan of action that the DJ can go through, just to make sure there's no interruption in music, and if there is, that it's only a few seconds as opposed to a few minutes. So we have a backup plan, and we should be up and running within 30 seconds, have some music going, and so that's what you want. You don't want only backup equipment, but also a backup plan. Number 8 is, will you be the one who DJs and MCs or wedding reception? And the answer is for the most part, yes. If I'm not available for that date and I'm going to hire somebody or bring in one of my DJs, you're going to have the chance to meet that person. So the biggest thing is, since there's a lot of DJ companies who just book events and don't really tell the client who the DJ is going to be, then that's why that question is in there. You just want to make sure that somebody that you've never met doesn't show up to play music at your event. Number 9 is, will you be the one who does the announcements? And I get asked this one quite often. And apparently it's because some DJs charge more to make announcements, or some DJs just in general do not do announcements. So it's a good question to get out of the way. And number 10 is, how long do you arrive prior to the event? We usually try to get there 2 hours before. As I heard the saying, we like to hurry up and wait. And the reason we do that is just to make sure that everything's working. If not, we have about an hour to go, make sure that we can get it fixed, or just some work, some playtime in there. A lot of the time we just sitting there and waiting, playing music, but just you can rest assured that by the time you get there, everything's going to be taken care of. So there you have it. Those are the top 10 questions that I get asked. The one that was going through my mind as I was reading this is, how much do you charge? And that's one of those questions that I usually answer once you're here. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful, and stay tuned for the next one, which is going to be the top 5 questions that you should ask your DJ. And that's all I have for today. So have a wonderful day. Thank you. 10 minutes.